Welcome to another episode of the Battle Science Podcast, the Pokemon Go PvP podcast, where we talk about Silph Arena, Go Battle League, and other Pokemon Go topics as they relate to PvP. I am one of your hosts, Steven, a.k.a. aBoyInTheWoods. I forgot to turn on my timer. Joined by Jesse, a.k.a. RocketAdminJ, as always. I need to update Nightbot with this year's... Actually, I need to update our Extra Life stuff for 2021. I am behind...
Not only do we have updates, but we have updates for you.
Not only do we have updates for you, we have updates for we?
Yes.
Yes. I have work to do in every bit of... everywhere I turn, there's more stuff. We have, let's see, today is January 26th, 2021. This will be out January 29th, 2021. We are nearing the end of the first month of 2021. Boy, has it... I was going to say not disappointed, but then I was like, it is disappointed, or it has disappointed. But then again, it's just about as average as it was in 2020. Just with some things changed. So, you know. Well, we are brought to you by our wonderful Patreon producers this month. Eric, let's... if the events on, what was it, the 6th or the 16th, if the events on that day were literally a bunch of people going up to the House and Senate and challenging them to Pokemon Go PvP battles, then we would talk about it. But that is absolutely not what happened. I don't really know if I want to get into that here.
I kind of want to do that. Not what they did.
You want to
go up to somebody.
You want to challenge
and just do like a flash mob tournament.
You want to challenge Washington State Governor Jay Inslee to a Pokemon Go PvP battle. Governor Inslee, if you're here listening to this, we challenge you formally to a Pokemon Go PvP battle to decide who is the very best, like no one ever was. Bernie Sanders, you also have an invitation if you are interested. Bernie Sanders seems like a cool guy, so, you know. Maybe that's just what we do. We challenge... actually, it's Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Also, probably seems like the kind of gamer representative.
So we just start challenging famous people to Pokemon battles?
No, not even famous people. Just senators and House representatives.
Politicians?
Yeah, we just challenge politicians. I mean...
Jeez.
And then if we win, we get their badge. They have to make up the badge. I don't know.
Bernie Sanders just gives you one of his mittens.
I imagine the badge for New Jersey is probably just a pile of trash.
Oof.
What was and then the God, what were we talking about? It was the South Dakota. South Dakota doesn't exist. One of the Dakotas doesn't exist. We wouldn't be able to get a badge from there. I feel like we were talking about it before. Ooh. No. Now that I'm thinking about it. Arrow made the weird... No, we were dunking on the French people. That's right. We were dunking on the France. I don't remember the exact context, but Arrow made a meme of one of our episodes back in like late November.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Something about...
It's in the B-Sad channel. I'll find it.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, I don't remember the exact... Wyoming. Was it Wyoming that doesn't exist to us? I don't remember. One of those has no listens or had no listens for the podcast. And now I'm just getting off topic. Our Patreon producers for this month of December, I'm doing this off the top of my head because I don't have the page open. I believe are Arrow and Winston the Champ. Yep. Arrow and Winston the Champ. So thank you for backing us on Patreon at the $5 tier or above. If you are interested in backing us on Patreon, it is patreon.com/battlescience. You can back us at the $1 tier and get access to the Battle Science podcast a few days before it releases to the public, as well as the Patreon exclusive Battle Science After Dark podcast, where we shoot the poop about things while also being able to swear. Alrighty. Is that all of my... Do we have anything else in the intro? Am I missing something? Housekeeping.
Not that I think of.
We're in 2021. Podcast.
COVID still a thing.
No, that reminds me. The next episode of speaking of Patreon, the next episode of BSAD, the Battle Science After Dark podcast, will be a Q&A. Wow, what have I titled? A Q&A AMA FAQ. Yes, Q&A AMA FAQ. For Jesse and I. So actually, I need to make up a Google form thing, not on stream. I need to make a Google form so that people can submit their questions. This will be the February edition of BSAD. It should come out within the first half of February, and then I will wait about 31 days, depending on how long is February. It's a little bit shorter, 28 days. About 28 days later, that's a movie, I believe. About 28 days later, after it releases for Patreon producers, I will release an edited version, meaning the swears are bleeped version for the public, so that we can people can ask their questions of us, and we may answer them properly. And my battery bank is out of juice. Goodness gracious. My life is falling apart right before my eyes and before your ears. Oh, there's so many things. So much stuff. Where was
Is it time for that sexy transition?
Oh, that's right. The button thing. Give me one. I need to go drive. There we go. Remind me to do that later so that it goes into the podcast descriptions. We're doing the news roundup.
Giddy up now. This is the news roundup.
All right, I think that played. My time codes are going to be a little bit messed up because I started a little bit off, but we should be fine. Shouldn't have any issues here. Countdown to Pokemon Go Tour Kanto. Celebrate the Johto region with us. We're still going through this. We're still doing...
Started today, actually.
The third time we've done a Johto region celebration. And
is it the third time?
I imagine it's somewhere around the third or fourth time.
I've lost count.
It's a little ridiculous at this point, actually. So started today and will end on Sunday, January 31st at your 8 p.m. local time. You've got your starters: Mareep, Hoppip, Apom, Sunkern, Yanma, Murkrow, Gligar, Snubbull, Slugma, Miltank, and more will be appearing more frequently in the wild. If you're extremely lucky, you might encounter a shiny Miltank, which is blue. No, it will not be blueberry milk. That's the people that have been telling you.
That's not how it works.
The people that have been telling you brown cows give you chocolate milk, that is a lie. I hate to tell you this. That is a lie.
I got a funny story for that, but we'll save the adult version for B-Sad.
Okay. There are plenty of other lies that people have told you, but the one lie is that brown cows do not produce chocolate milk. I will burst your bubble here today. I will not be bursting any more bubbles. The following Pokemon will be hatching from 5K eggs: Pichu, Cleffa, Igglybuff, Wooper, Tyrogue, Smoochum, and Larvitar. I have no... Joey, no! Joey, no! You have plenty of reasons to live now, Joey. Just because brown cows don't make chocolate milk doesn't mean that it's... That's... Stay with us, Joey. Let's see. Enjoy event exclusive field research tasks that reward Stardust and lead to encounters with Pokemon such as Chikorita, Cyndaquil, Totodile, Chinchou, Mareep, Sudowoodo, and Miltank. The following Pokemon will be appearing in raids: Chikorita, Cyndaquil, Totodile, Mareep, Marill, and Larvitar will be appearing on 1-star raids. Joey, you're going to have to show me some proof that red cows exist, because It's news to me. I mean, Miltank is a pink cow, and then Shiny Miltank is a blue cow. I mean, things might work differently in the Pokemon universe, so who knows? Maybe Shiny Miltank makes a blueberry, or is it a Lepaberry? Lepaberry flavored Moo Moo milk? I don't know.
Anyways,
This is beyond my comprehension currently. Togetic, Espeon, Umbreon, Skarmory, and Miltank will be appearing in 3-star raids. Complete the Johto-themed collection challenge during the event by collecting Chikorita, Cyndaquil, Totodile, Sudowoodo, Sunkern, Murkrow, Smeargle, Miltank, and Larvitar. Receive 15 Pokeballs, 10 Ultra Balls, and an incense. Head on over to the Today View to track your progress. Get Pokemon
I think this is the one that you were saying was probably the worst reward we've seen so far.
I believe so, because last week was pretty much the same. 15 Pokeballs, 10 Ultra Balls, and an incense. I believe it was the same thing.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, which is like the laughing cow. Oh, the laughing cow is in they make cheese. Huh. I'll get back to you on that one, Joey. I'll get back to you on the colored cows and their flavored milks. Get Pokemon that know exclusive attacks from 2018 Community Day events. If you evolve the Pokemon during the event, their evolution will know an exclusive attack. Meganium will learn Frenzy Plant, Typhlosion will learn Blast Burn, Ampharos will learn Dragon Pulse, and Tyranitar will learn Smackdown. In addition, Entei, Raikou, and Suicune will be appearing in 5-star raids at different times during and after the Johto event celebration. So you might remember a number of podcasts before there was a mystery Pokemon on the list for what's it called? What the raids would be starting today. That mystery Pokemon is Entei. So we were like,
yeah, I love all the speculation we were doing. It's like it could be Manaphy, it could be, Mewtwo coming back again.
Yeah, it could be something really cool, and it's not. It's not. Entei will be in 5-star raids from the 26th through to the 31st, or middle of the day on 31st. Raikou will be around from the 31st to the 4th. Suicune will be around from the 4th to the 9th. So,
are any of these relevant? Not in Great League. Not because you can't get them low enough.
Not really. And then on top of that, they're not relevant in Master League. They would be somewhat relevant in Ultra League. It's a matter of moveset and if you really want to just go for it.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I really enjoyed Suicune in Great League, but that's just because it could actually work.
Suicune, Raikou in some instances because it's got Shadow Ball, but for the most part, it's...
But yeah, most of these raids won't give you one that's low enough either.
Ah, that's right. Back when we had research rewards that were actually meaningful.
Chansey!
What are we getting next month? Have they confirmed what we get next month?
Not yet.
Please be aware of your surroundings and follow guidelines from local health authorities while playing Pokemon Go. Upcoming events are subject to change. Be sure to follow us on social media, opt in to receiving push notifications, and subscribe to your emails to stay updated for latest in-game events and features updates. Be sure to check out the Help Center article from the Pokemon Go team. By the way, this is all from PokemonGoLive.com. This is the Johto celebration event. It will be pretty much over by the time most people listen to this on podcast services. There are some solid Pokemon in this to look out for PvP if you are looking for a nice Meganium. If you have not gotten a Meganium with Frenzy Plant, now is the time. Typhlosion has its play. It's not incredibly relevant, but looking for a Typhlosion, your Blast Burn is going to make or break a Typhlosion. If it doesn't have Blast Burn, it's not going to be a really relevant Fire-type Pokemon. So,
not to mention it recently got Incinerate, which helps it quite a bit as well.
Yes. Let's see. In this list, Hoppips would be ones to look out for Jumpluff. Jumpluff is with the Energy Ball move acquisition a couple of months ago. It now is comparable to the only other grass flying type of Tropius. So look out for that. Murkrow and Honchcrow's not really relevant now that... Oh, goodness. What is it called? not Volibee. Volibee's evolution.
Mandibuzz?
Mandibuzz. Now that Mandibuzz is around, that flying dark is already being
Overshadowed.
Haha. Gligar is an interesting one to look out for here. Gliscor is both Gligar and Gliscor have shown up in previous metas and have performed fairly well. So those aren't bad.
They're also good niche picks in a certain limited meta.
Mm-hmm. And then Jesse, you and I have talked about Miltank, and Miltank's got a really with some nice bulk and some really interesting movesets. That Miltank's
got good charge moves. It just lacks the fast move.
Yeah, so Miltank could see an adjustment at some point, and Miltank could really take off at some point. So
I would say it's about on par with Munchlax, but it needs a better fast move to be more relevant.
Yeah.
Because it does have Ice Beam, it does have Thunderbolt, it does have Body Slam, it does have Stomp.
I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see an adjustment to a normal type fast move. Just because normal type fast moves are really meh. Like, incredibly meh.
Yeah.
Maybe unreasonably meh.
I mean, but that's normal type in a nutshell.
Yeah. If I ever made a fragrance, I think unreasonably meh would probably be the name of it. So
you want to be ultraly seductive, but not overly whorish.
No, meh. It's Ode de Meh from the Steven collection.
Brought to you by the makers of Toilet Pelican.
No, not toilet bowl Pelipper. Please don't. Gosh, why would you curse me with such knowledge?
And now that's stuck in your head for the rest of the night.
Yup. Brain bleach. Gotta go get some brain bleach. All right, next topic. This information came out the day after we recorded the last episode.
Yep.
From PokemonGoLive.com. February Community Day is Roselia. Yay.
Where was this last year? This would have been perfect.
It would have been okay last year.
No, it would have been perfect for the Rose Cup.
Oh, I mean, yeah. But still. All right. Did you know that a Roselia's flowers smell more pleasant the healthier it is? The scent is said to deeply relax people. This February's Community Day is sure to be relaxing then, because Roselia will be the featured Pokemon. It'll sure be relaxing because not many people will be participating.
Oof.
Did you see anybody?
Chat, can I get some oofs, chat? Give me some Bidoof oofs.
Some oofs. I mean, you saw Twitter. You saw Twitter. You probably saw on the Discord. You probably saw people responding to this. Sunday, February 7th Sunday, February 7th, 2021 from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. local time. So standard Community Day info. Roselia will be appearing more frequently in the wild. If you're lucky, you may encounter a shiny one. Evolve Roselia during the event or up to 2 hours afterwards to get a Roserade that knows both the Charge Attack Weather Ball, Fire type, and the Fast Attack Bullet Seed. Take a few snapshots during Community Day for a surprise. Event-exclusive time research will be available. By completing these time research tasks, you'll be able to earn Sinnoh Stones. There'll be a special one-time purchase Roselia Community Day box available for 1,280 Poke Coins, featuring an Elite Fast TM, 4 Incense, 4 Super Incubators, and 30 Ultra Balls. For $1 or the equivalent pricing tier in your local currency, you'll be able to access the Roselia Community Day exclusive special research story, Stop and Smell the Roselia. Remember, trainers, if you purchase a ticket to the Pokemon Go Tour Kanto event by Wednesday, February 3rd, you'll get this special research story for free. Budew will be hatching from 2K eggs. Stay tuned for when tickets for the Stop and Smell the Roselia special research story go live. Tickets are non-refundable, subject to applicable law and the exceptions set forth in the terms of service. Please note that this special research will not include an in-game medal. Bonuses. Quarter hatch distance when eggs are placed into an incubator during the event period. Incense activated during the event will last for 3 hours. So,
I know some people had really mixed feelings when this got announced. Like, I was hanging out with Proto Man when this got announced, and he looks at me like, really? But his girlfriend's like, hey, I'm actually excited for this one. And it's like, literally your catchphrase, 6 of one, half dozen of another. We're finally getting a good fast grass move on Roserade and Roselia. Wait, did it just say just Roserade?
Just Roserade. Yep. Roselia's move pool is not changing. At least according to this article.
To be fair, it is one of the few grass types that has a third tier that gets up high enough to be relevant. And that's one thing I always complain about in the higher tiers is not having good, reliable grass types.
That's true. Yeah, grass types are usually not fantastic.
But this definitely will help it kind of hold its own. Will it make it incredibly good? No.
No, it's already outclassed by Cherrim with the same moveset. Sunny Cherrim with the same moveset. So this, I was, my own anecdote of where I was when I learned this is I was in line to get into IKEA as it was opening. I looked at my phone, checked Twitter, saw it was trending, looked through some of the comments. So on both accounts of the general player base and in PvP, the PvPers, it is disappointing, a letdown. I don't know. Multiple facets here. Its shiny has already been released. Its shiny has already been featured in several different events. So many people already have a shiny Roselia. Now, I myself have a single shiny Roselia. I've been looking for more. I don't have a shiny Badoo. I don't have a shiny Roserade. I just have a shiny Roselia. So its shiny is already released. People are not really interested. The general population is not interested in a community day that doesn't release a new shiny. That's, I can kind of see where they're coming from because the consistency of community days have been
new content.
New shinies have been released with community days. We've had a couple of community days here recently within the last 6 to 8 months that have been not new shinies. I understand Niantic's sort of disparity. We brought it up here in the show before. Niantic's not going to release brand new, amazing content, new shiny Pokemon, the community day moves for the new starters while most of the world is going through a global pandemic. It's just not a smart move for a game that's it's not a smart move given all of that everything's going on. On top of that, the move set for PvP is a move set that is already on bulkier Pokemon for most leagues, if not all leagues. The move set performs better on other Pokemon, and this isn't like a fresh take. This isn't a new move. These are moves we've seen perform well before on other Pokemon and will continue to perform better on other Pokemon. So,
I mean, in a sense, does it feel like they're just not putting new moves on stuff so that they could hold it out for a community day and call it a community day?
Maybe. I mean, that's one way to put out content, I guess, to guarantee a community day is not release a full moveset, not release a relevant moveset for some Pokemon. I guess you could make that argument. The one odd thing...
that's what it kind of feels like lately.
Yeah, the only way that Roselia and Roserade are going to be really relevant is if their move pool is updated. And even then, if I remember correctly, their stats are more attack weighted anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So they're less bulky.
It's an attack and speed based Pokemon.
The weird thing then about this is that this is the first instance we're ever going to see we're seeing of a Pokemon getting 2 community day moves at the same time. We've seen Charmander has gotten 2, but over 2 different community days, or Charizard, I should say. So in this instance, it's the thought process is probably, well, if we give it Bullet Seed, it still doesn't have the same charge move punch. And if we just gave it Weather Ball Fire, it doesn't have anything to get it there reliably.
Yeah.
So it basically, it's
how do we make it so people don't get so pissed at us?
It's a Pokemon that doesn't have the legs to stand on, so rather than just giving it 1 crutch, Niantic gave it 2, basically. Basically,
That's a terrible analogy.
yeah. These legs ain't made for walking. Roserade gets two moves that are reasonable and good on other Pokemon, just not as ideal. I mean, the only things
that's a hot take if I ever heard
the
one.
only things to make it relevant are these moves, and it has to be Community Day as well.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, for those who don't have a good grass type, this is not a bad one.
it's not a bad option. It's not a bad Pokemon. It's just there are better built Pokemon, and in the unfortunate situation of Pokemon Go of limited move sets, the ability moves and status moves are not within the game. The only core stats are HP, defense, and attack. You don't see speed. You don't see any of the special. Like a lot of the more strategic elements are out. The more strategic, interesting sort of metaverses within Pokemon as a whole are don't exist within Pokemon Go, and so for the general use of the current meta around grass types are usually Bullet Seed and
Frenzy Plant.
Bullet Seed and Frenzy Plant, or Bullet Seed and Leaf Blade or something.
Solar Beam.
And then having something, well, no, not even Solar Beam. Like Solar Beam.
But if you get Solar Beam, you get #beamed.
You get beamed, but it takes way too long to get there. And in a meta that in the current climate, you want something that's going to hit fast and hit hard. And Solar Beam does the second, but
electric
does
types
not
like
do the
we
first.
know, bro.
Yeah, the Solar Beam does nothing can get to Solar Beam fast enough for it to be really relevant.
Considered relevant, yeah.
So this is. I mean,
Bronzor disagrees.
It's okay to have a less desirable thing. Like I've said before, ups and downs. Like not every Community Day is gonna be a 10 out of 10 banger. So, you know, we just gotta be like, okay, we can kind of take it easy.
Take the time to smell the roses.
I'll catch a few, get hopefully some shiny, make sure I've got the moveset on a Roselia for, Ultra League and maybe Great League, and that's going to be it. So,
yep.
I mean, I don't think even like XL Candies are going to make this thing relevant.
No.
So, is it windy?
It's a little windy tonight.
Okay, I'm getting the wind animation in game, but it's cloudy weather.
Oh, okay. I'll go ahead and kick off this next article if you want.
Yes. What is our next one?
I believe it is the nothing to sneeze at.
Yes.
So, I know quite a few of you saw this and probably like myself, kind of scratched your head and went, okay. Nothing to sneeze at. Get ready for limited research featuring Sneasel. Plus, new timed research is coming soon. Trainers season Sneasel limited research. You already kind of know what that's about. Sneasel is going to be coming up as a research reward. It's going to be field research tasks that leads to encounters with Sneasel. Wait, is this our box one for the month?
No. It's similar to what have we gotten in the past? It was...
Oh, like Feebas?
No.
Where you complete research and then you get them?
It wasn't Feebas. It was Snubble. The Snubble. And...
That's right. Okay. So
Did
you complete the sets of research and then it rewards you with different Sneasels.
Yes. And it's like 50 plus pieces of research. And
then
usually
the one that's repeating, and it's usually pretty easy tasks.
Yeah, and I think they're spawning in abundance as well. So
you'll have a chance to catch your Sneasel. If you're lucky, you'll get your shiny. New timed research from Tuesday, January 26th at 10 a.m. till Sunday, February 7th. You can complete a Team Go Rocket themed timed research that'll lead you into an encounter with Ho-Oh that knows Earthquake.
So there's two pieces here. So the Sneasel limited research is on Saturday, January 30th from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. So catch Sneasel, have fun. It's I'm sure there are people that enjoy Sneasel, but I'm not really one of them.
As far as competitive goes, Weavile and Sneasel really haven't had a chance to be relevant because counter exists.
Give it Weather Ball Ice.
Even then, it needs a good. It's so glassy,
Yeah.
and counter users exist.
It's Sneasel, I believe, was what, an uber speed Pokemon. So
Yeah.
and speed doesn't translate. Technically, it does within the CP equation, but it's not relevant anywhere else within. It doesn't relate anywhere else within Pokemon Go. So
Then my other qualm is Ho-Oh coming back with Earthquake.
Did it have Earthquake before?
Yes.
Okay.
Why can't you give Ho-Oh Sacred Fire?
They don't wanna.
I understand it's a Phoenix. I understand you need to keep bringing it back. Please, Niantic, give me Sacred Fire Ho-Oh. Lugia has its move.
Because this is free. This is a handout. They want you to pay for it. They want you to pay for Sacred Fire with raid passes.
Shush your mouth. You're right. Shush your mouth. Niantic's like, what? Monetization?
No, they're not surprised. They're like, yes, this is the plan. This is the way.
Stop it. Stop it right now.
Such is
Disney
the way.
Plus, this is the way. You pay us.
Are those the two phrases of this is the way, and then what is it? I have spoken.
Yep. So if you're looking for Sneasel raid day or research day, sorry, catch a bunch of them. I'm trying to think. Do we have any? We have Mega Houndoom. Do we have a Mega Bombasnow? Mega Evolve one of those. Put it as your buddy. Get some bonus candy.
Oh, for the ice.
Mm-hmm. Ice or dark.
Icy. Icy.
Ha ha ha!
I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean for that pun.
All right, we're moving on to the PvP.
Yes. Let me hit the buttons. I've got two buttons here. Actually, I gotta cross my arms here. Let's see. And we click at the same time.
Welcome to the meta-analysis.
Okay. We are in the new segment of the meta-analysis. We are going to talk about the Labyrinth Cup. February 2021, Silph Arena meta, the Labyrinth Cup. A brand new challenge awaits you at the center of the maze. Rules of Labyrinth Cup. The Labyrinth Cup? Labyrinth Cup. Labyrinthian. Bring your strongest team of 6 with a max of 1500 CP with no typing repeated at all across the entire team. Note: Wobbuffet, Azumarill, Medicham, Mew, Galarian Stunfisk, Defense Deoxys, Cresselia, Hypno, Umbreon, Machamp, Scrafty, Surfetch'd, Altaria, Bastiodon, Primeape, Swampert, and Megas are not permitted, aka a whole lot of counter users. Like, all of the counter users.
Not all of them.
Most of the counter users. All banned. Yep. So, again, I'll do this slower. Wobbuffet, Azumarill, Medicham, Mew, Galarian Stunfisk, Defense Deoxys, Cresselia, Hypno, Umbreon, Machamp, Scrafty, Surfetch'd, Altaria, Bastiodon, Primeape, and Swampert. All
I think
banned.
Primeape is still banned because it still's got the weather ball issue.
Well, it's still got counter. But yeah, actually, I was just learning that has not been removed yet.
Nope.
Weather ball water has not been removed from Primeape, and it's been what, 2 weeks?
Well, no, so you can't get it anymore.
You can't get it anymore.
But they haven't retroactively redacted.
They haven't removed it yet. Yeah, it's that's a sticky situation there, Niantic. What have you done? What is going on?
I mean, I don't have PTSD about Primeape now, so that's the thing.
Wait, what do you mean? You do or you don't? Are you being sarcastic?
I'm being serious. I don't like Primeape.
Oh, okay.
Certain people in our groups have made me have PTSD about Primeape.
Oh, and they're not going to be able to use it in this meta?
So it makes me smile.
Breathe a little bit of a sigh of relief. So this is I appreciate here we've got a lot of the top meta of like a GBL or standard Great League meta banned here. A lot of counter users.
I'm kind of confused as why Wobbuffet is too strong.
Well, because if Wobbuffet was around and Umbreon wasn't, both Umbreon and Stunfisk, or not Stunfisk, Scrafty, you don't have those strong dark type attackers to be able to counter, and Wobbuffet's a big tanky boy.
It's a wall.
Yeah. So you kind of want something with a little bit more space. So I've pulled out
I think it's mostly just they're trying to prevent timeouts.
The PV Poke rankings here for the Silph Labyrinth Cup. We have Lickitung XL, Diggersby, XL, Zwellius, Vigoroth, Mandibuzz, Regirock, Registeel, Diggersby, Skarmory, Wish Cash rounding out the top 10. Alolan Ninetales is at 11. Politoed Shadow. Oh my gosh, I have almost forgotten for the second episode in a row. I need to pull up the information here on the move changes. Good heavens.
Really interesting to see Regirock so high.
Yes, I was a little surprised. I was like, what are you doing here? Let's see. So Lock on Stone Edge, Focus Blast. It's key wins of Skarmory, Abomasnow, Awok, Mandibuzz, and Wigglytuff loses to Toxicroak, Wishcash, Diggersby, Lickitung, and Dragonair Shadow. Although realistically, that Dragonair Shadow loss is more of a tie, but at a 544 ranking, it's a bit wishy-washy. It's a gray area right there. I've got to scroll up to the links here. Here we go. Open original. And then we'll move it over here. Remind me later to talk about the Pokemon that had their moves changed, because that was something we kind of missed last episode.
Yeah.
But we'll get to it. So Regirock is an interesting one within Great League, being around sort of, but also like not being as good as Registeel, being overshadowed. So
I think these bans of the counter users are kind of what make it relevant.
Yes, absolutely. Let me look if Regirock. Do I have a Regirock? I got a 1285 Regirock. Doesn't have lock on. Oh, these are bad stats. I don't know if it'd be worth me using it. The one I really want to use here is Alolan Ninetales. Now that it has Weather Ball Ice, Alolan Ninetales is one that I really want to go for. Politoed is going to be one to certainly look out for. Mudshot, Weather Ball, Water, and Earthquake is going to be disgusting, especially a Shadow one, because it's also built with some bulk. This is going to be gross. Weather Ball, Water, you could run it Surf, I guess. Oh, Earthquake is Legacy. Ew. Okay.
I LETM'd it.
Yeah, if I've got a really good one.
I have
Eric,
a rank 4.
You did remind me, and I almost forgot again. Battle Ram said, Battle Ram, there won't be Umbreon. Umbreon is banned. Remember. But Eric is right. Awok is eligible here, and Awok has been incredibly versatile in previous metas. There is no reason it won't be really relevant here, especially with some of the snow that's here, some of the ice, the snice.
Well, not even the ice, also things like Lickitung. Well, Lickitung still beats it, I think.
I imagine so. Registeel.
Vigo, though. Marowak's a really good counter for Vigo.
It's a key loss to Vigo with 573 ranking. So that looks like it's
I think that's what the bull does, though.
Let's see. See what this matchup is like.
Yeah.
Marowak wins barely with 18 HP left.
But that's requiring that you predict the shield bait properly.
Yeah.
Because you can see they use Body Slam first.
And then hit with Bulldoze.
Yeah.
Huh. You're good, Battle Ram. No worries. Yeah, thankfully Umbreon is banned, because that would be gross too. Yes, this is a very odd Normal will be relevant, and then
But remember,
will
you only
some
get
rock.
one.
Yep, you do only get one. So you cannot have 2 Pokemon with the same type. And no, you can't get around that with having 3 Pokemon of the same type. The same type cannot show up twice on your team. So it's a very interesting team building requirement.
So for like you,
Yes.
if you were going to run Alolan Ninetales,
Uh-huh.
that means any fairy and any ice are now gone from your choices.
Absolutely.
So no Frostlass, no Wigglytuff, no Granbull, no Clefable, no Lapras, stuff like that.
Oh no. It's not like I don't have any of it's not like I have any of those, or how do I phrase that correctly? Don't worry. I don't have most of those. So Lapras, no. Frostlass, no. Actually, I might have a reasonable Frostlass after the Snowrun Community Day a couple of weeks ago. Or not Community Day.
Spotlight Hour.
Spotlight Hour. I don't remember why, but I was working that Tuesday. Was it a Spotlight Hour?
Mm-hmm.
Weird. My brain.
I agree with Eric saying Zwalius is going to be obviously a popular pick.
If you've got
It's
a good
just
one.
strong and spammy.
Do you have any to trade? Do you want a mirror trade, Jesse? I've got a couple of good ones. Or a couple of just meh IV'd ones.
Maybe.
Sableye
It's not
XL.
like it's one of those ones we can get a lot of.
That's true. I think I have 3, maybe 4. So let's see.
Sableye is a good option, but you got to remember it's going to be prone to being weak to the other darks.
The couple of other darks that are eligible.
Yep.
Yeah, I
mean,
don't really
honestly,
know.
Go ahead.
I don't really know how this breaks down, really. You're going to have some monotypes that are really going to shine here, and then you're going to have some dual types that not a lot of dual types really represent both types incredibly well. Yeah. Because like Alolan Ninetales, it takes up that fairy slot, but unless you're running counter, you're not taking advantage of that fairy typing. Politoed's an interesting one that will shine with Weather Ball. It's a monotype and has Weather Ball water and can get to it incredibly fast with Mudshot. But then like Earthquake's going to take a little bit. Earthquake's going to take a little bit to get to, but it has that additional coverage that it's only a monotype. It's not taking up that ground type. So if you absolutely wanted to, you could throw in another ground type. So it's a very
kind of like
interesting...
what I said in the Discord about this earlier. I really feel like it's going to come down to a water, dark, and a... Oh, what was the other one I said? Water, dark, and normal. I feel like those are going to be 3 core typings for this cup. Because water's just always relevant. It's always bulky and defensive and has good moves. Dark because it's going to be one of the few types that has very little counter users to worry about that are relevant. And then your normals, which are literally of every different flavor.
Oh, yeah. It's your mystery flavor.
Yeah.
Which I want to say the mystery airheads were still blue raspberry, but you know.
I think if I were to go for each of those types, what I personally think will be the most popular, I think Vigoroth is going to be the number 1 normal that you see the most. Lickitung on the top here is kind of interesting because Lick doesn't really do much against the darks and some of the other stuff. It's just, I think, the overall bulk that the XL offers, somewhat like Diggersby XL. I think it's just their bulk from the extra power-up that helps them stay alive longer to give them those numbers. But I think as far as the normal types go, I think Vigoroth is going to be your best bet. It's been phenomenal ever since Jungle Cup came out. It's always relevant. It's always a good safe swap option. It's just good. I mean,
it's a matter
you
of
can try not to be meta this cup, but the numbers don't lie. Vigoroth is just good.
Yeah. Your Lickitung XL is a matter of, how many people will actually have the XL Lickitung candy, though?
PV Poke will.
Well, so it's got key losses, which are hilarious because they're all ties. They're all basically ties. Mandibuzz, Wigglytuff, Toxicroak, Magnezone, and Mantine. It all basically ties with. So its key wins, actually some of its key wins are also near
really
ties
close
as well.
Yeah.
So it's a really
just this. It's the extra bulk to sustain through the fight and get to those charge moves. And its charge moves are super spammy in Power Whip and Body Slam.
Yeah, Machoke is technically eligible. Oh, these are worst to best. I want to see best to worst. Let's see. So Miss Magius, Coffigurus, you're not going to see those.
A bunch of shadows or a bunch of ghost.
Yep, gonna be ghosts. Ha 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 ha. Deoxys speed. Can you even get one within Great League?
I'm not sure that they've had that available yet.
I don't even know.
But as far as your dark types go, like Eric was saying, Xolius is going to be one of the biggest ones. Really only going to be afraid of the fairy and ice. It'll still take super effective from things like Vigo. Other dark types to consider are Mandibuzz, if you're fortunate enough to have a good one. It's a bulky bird and it hurts. And then there was one other dark type. Shiftry is not something to overlook either. It is spammy. It will hit some of the new threats in this cup that we're seeing for the first time, such as Jellicent. Jellicent going to be a really good counter at beating all the common AWACs that you're going to see with Bubble, Bubble Beam, and Shadow Ball. Its key wings are against Skarmory, Marowak, Toxicroak, Whiscash, and A9. So having the Shiftry may not be a bad option to counter Jellicents if people have them. So then one of those instances where it's new enough that not everybody's going to have it. Obstagoon, also another really good dark type user, but that will also take up your normal type role if you pick it. Obstagoon, as we've seen in PvP and GBL, if it can get going with those Night Slashes, it is a monster. And it becomes incredibly hard to stop. Well, I shouldn't say incredibly hard. You just throw Vigoroth at it and he smacks him and goes, no! But Vigoroth also taking super effective from its counters. So
right, although Obstagoon's taking double.
Yeah.
Because it's both dark and normal, so
correct.
It's going to take more damage.
Yeah.
Although arguably it's got Cross Chop to do more spam, super effective damage than what.
Obstagoon is one of those ones that I like to call a wild boy because if it's spicy, it's definitely a spicy pick because it's a high risk, high reward pick.
Yeah. Yeah, Obstagoon would be an interesting one to see. I don't know if I've gone against one.
You're lucky then. It's pretty crazy.
Let's see. Ooh, Lucario.
You see someone run it in the lead and they get the boost off the first one and they just give it all the shields.
Lucario is here?
Oh, that's what I was going to mention. Lucario is actually relevant in this cup and I think you should try it.
So here's the weird thing, though. It's got key wins and key losses that are both above 500.
Mm-hmm.
So, huh?
Yeah.
So it almost beats Politoed with 9 HP left. The Whiscash is a key loss, but why? Oh, God. Yeah, that's
spam.
bad. That's really bad. Even with a power-up punch boost.
Thick fish is thick.
So wait, then does it lose to Skarmory anyway? No? So wait, how does this numbers? I'm confused.
It's all based on the one shield scenario because that's what it's running all these as.
Right. Weird. Wait, does it beat A9 Tails? How does it beat A9 Tails? Barely. That's why. Barely.
No. One powdered snow difference.
Yes. Let's see. Powdered snow is 4. Yes. Yeah. So if you can get one powdered snow, you turn it into a tie. Gross. Yeah, Lucario would be interesting. Actually, maybe I should start team building because Lucario and A9 might be an interesting combo. Although you're still
super weak to fire on both of those, though.
Weak to fire, weak to fighting.
Well, Ninetales is only neutral.
That's true. Interesting. Nah, I'm gonna try and avoid turning into a Minecraft villager here. Ninetales Shadow. Ninetales would be a cool one to run too. Just a standard Ninetales. Nothing against running
especially with that move rework.
Yep. Pelipper.
Definitely a lot of options to consider in this cup, but again, I think core elements should be normal, dark, and water. I think those are a good starting point for anybody that's looking to build a team. Kind of fill those roles. Obviously, water, you've got a lot of room to play with. Personally, I'm running a Whiscash just because I know that steel will be around. I know that normals will be around.
Eric is saying the only concern is if you choose A9, you can't choose Abomasnow. Oh no!
That's correct. Abomasnow is a pretty big threat too, though.
Yeah, I mean, but that doesn't mean you can't find something to counter. So.
True. My grass type is Venusaur.
Interesting. A grass type that potentially beats other grass types.
And fairy. And resist fighting.
Sludge Bomb. Ooh, it does. Yes, it does. All right, what am I looking at here? I'm getting a buzz. Double buzz. Ah, I see. I see. Ha ha ha.
Did we want to go over those new moves while we're on the topic?
Yeah, let's do it, because I forgot last time and we could have forgotten this time. So the move update from the mid-season 6. So I believe we talked about it here. So Ninetales, Cantonian Ninetales got Weather Ball Fire. Alolan Ninetales got Weather Ball Ice. Politoed got Weather Ball Water.
Wait, why is there the picture of Rapidash?
We talked about that last episode. That seemed to be an error in the graphic here.
Okay.
Politoed got Weather Ball Water. Goodness gracious. Primeape got Ice Punch.
Not yet.
Well, no, it did get Ice Punch.
No, it's got Weather Ball.
It's not. Well,
it hasn't gotten Ice Punch added yet.
Let me take a look. You kidding me? It's still bugged?
Yes. That's why it's banned.
Do I even have I do have a Primeape that I did evolve. I was gonna say, have I actually evolved a Primeape? I don't know. It's not incredibly relevant to me. We're gonna go an Elite Charge TM. Nope, it has Ice Punch.
It does? Okay.
It is eligible to learn Ice Punch through an Elite TM. Mareep! Local Mareep is caught by person. What a slow news day if that was the headline. The Claydol learned Ice Beam and Shadow Ball. Porygon 2 learned Tri Attack.
That was fun during Holiday Cup, by the way.
And the Excadrill has Mud Shot. And then Frillish Male became available. The thing that we didn't talk about last time was how relevant this makes some Pokemon. So, like, Primeape with Ice Punch is, I would say, maybe an improvement. It gives it.
It is going to help it against things that resist it, like grass, and beat back against the flying.
Yep. So it's going to help with some coverage. The Ice Beam Shadow Ball inclusion on Claydol is helpful, but not incredibly. I think the biggest, I believe the biggest setback on Claydol is that its fast moves are not fantastic.
Yeah, they're slow.
Confusion is usually its primary. So
Confusion and Mud Slap.
It's okay. It would be better if it had a better fast move. Porygon 2, excuse me, goodness gracious, I've been drinking liquids. I'm getting the hiccup burp things. The Porygon 2 with Tri Attack is a thing.
It's funny, it's memes, but it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, because Tri Attack doesn't have the availability to do, what was it, burn?
No, it's a percent debuff.
Right. In the main series games, it's a what was it, a burn,
paralyze, or frozen.
Yeah, chance to do one of 3. And then the Mudshot addition on Excadrill is...
It makes it a more relevant in Ultra League.
Yes, but it doesn't replace ground or ground
Stunfisk.
steel. Yeah, it doesn't replace Stunfisk. It doesn't even really upset Stunfisk. The biggest winners here are going to be your Ninetales, your 2 Ninetales forms with your Weather Balls. The
Basically, the Weather Ball users.
Yes, Weather Ball users really get the big boon here because Weather Ball hits pretty hard and can be gotten to pretty quick. So the benefit is that they're spammy moves, and in a meta which we're in that very much rewards spammy charge moves, those you're going to be more successful there. The biggest winner is Politoed here. Politoed was reasonable before. It had its main water type DPS was Surf, which isn't a bad move, but Weather Ball Water is arguably better. Well, not arguably, it is matter of fact better. So it has what is it? Mud Slap and Weather Ball Water.
Mud Shot.
Mud Shot. Okay. I always get those two confused, and I don't know why. The Mud Shot to Weather Ball, and then Mud Shot to Earthquake, and Earthquake is huge, and Politoed is built with Bulk and a mono-type water. So its overall weaknesses are reduced, and its downright DPS is great. So there were a number of reports that the amount of Politoads that were within GBL upon this update was a lot.
That and Ninetales. It was actually really refreshing to see Cantoni and Ninetales.
Yes, to see a fire type that's actually somewhat relevant now.
Yeah.
So, yes, Politoed is now. It's a good frog. I don't know. It wasn't ever a bad frog, but now it is a good frog.
It wasn't incredibly relevant just because other things did what it does better. But now that it's got Weather Ball in its arsenal, it's something to be looked forward to if you have a good one, and something to be afraid of if it's in a meta.
like this cup, like Labyrinth.
Yep. You go around the corner in a dark corridor, you hear a Politoed. Like suddenly you become wet.
A ribbit. Oh god. You hear the wet slapping sound of a frog and a ribbit.
Eric BN says Mudshot Excadrill is rank 7 in Master League Premier.
Nice. Is that XL Excadrill or maxed out Excadrill? I'm assuming
it's XL.
No, wait. Premier doesn't. Premier bans XL, doesn't it? Does it? Hold on. Let me go to Premier Master. Nope, standard Excadrill.
Okay.
What is its CP value? Advanced stats. Level 40 at a hundo is 3244. And for whatever reason, its level 50 doesn't exist. I'm going to manually type it in and see what we get. 3667. We're just going to do 50.
You can also just hit the button right there.
Huh? Which button? Oh, I see. Level cap, 50. Battle. 186 wins, 50 losses, 0 draws. That's a one shield scenario. Mud Shot into Drill Run or Rock Slide. That's juicy. Huh. Yeah, at least Drillbur nests so you can go grind for it.
They've actually been spawning quite a bit, so I've been grabbing them.
If that's your jam. Yeah, and actually, normally I see them at high levels too, so they should be dropping XL Candy more frequently.
Yeah.
So that's solid. Huh. I wonder why it would be spawning with, or why it would be recommending this without XL. XLs are banned in this instance, aren't they? Because I don't see any XLs on this list. That's
maybe for Premier.
Yeah, I believe for Premier, because there's two metas, is the Premier and then the non-Premier. So, and the non-Premier, I believe, allows for XL, which is hilarious because that's where legendaries are, and trying to get legendaries to rank 50 is dumb.
Ready to move on to the next topic?
Yeah, I haven't looked at this a whole lot. We have the GBL meta for Season 6. Mid-Season 6 update of 125. So yesterday, introducing the Singles Awareness Cup. I'm going to beat this horse to death. No? No comment? It's the Love Cup. For Valentine's Day, Singles Awareness Day, Singles Awareness Cup. No? Terrible jokes. Just tell me to stop. Somebody tell me to stop. It'll run from Monday, February 8th at 1 p.m. to Monday, February 15th at 1 p.m. PSTs. In this format, only red or pink Pokemon with 1500 CP or less will be allowed to participate. Legendary mythical Pokemon will not be eligible. Sorry, Mew. See Chansey's time to shine. Yes, Chansey, it's here.
Gross.
Let's see it. The Pokemon.
Wait, if it's only pink Pokemon, does that mean I can run Shiny Wobbuffet?
Red or pink? No. I believe this would be using their Pokemon. Their
Dex, base color.
Their Dex entry colors. So pink or red. Do you want me to read through this list? This is a long list.
No.
Okay.
If you want to look it up, Pokemon Go Live. PokemonGoLive.com/post/Go Battle League.
-6
season 6.
Oh. -season 6 /HL equals EN. Power just blinked. We're still recording. Jesse, are you still with me? Whoop. Stream died. Let's give it 1 second to come back up here. We've got PV Poke open. We're going to look through it here shortly. Internet died. I might have to wait a minute or two. We'll see. How bad is it? Oh, good heavens. My whole router might have to be restarting right now. So let's see. Power out. Let's see. My Wi-Fi. Router must be restarting. All right, so let's talk about, I don't know, something else. What else do I got here to fill in time while my router is restarting? Fingers crossed the... Looks like the recording's all good, but fingers crossed it's not Comcast is out, so... let's see. Let's talk about... What have I got here? What have I got here? Well, I got a Reddit thread here. We're going to hit split button. Can I mark which... Let's see. Yep. All right. So I have a Reddit thread here while the internet reconnects to talk about with a bit of a spicy spicy take here. It's from r/the Silph Arena, posted by u/al3xd. I believe this would be Alex D. 5 hours ago as of recording this. Niantic's worst decision yet, XL Candies. I can't for the life of me understand why players have to be level 40 to earn XL Candies. There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to it. No way that it improves the game except to restrict players from enjoying it. Today I dropped 200 points in Ultra Premier because I simply don't have the mons to compete. Earlier this season I hit the leaderboard in GL, which I really enjoyed since the pool of usable mons is diverse and there are many cheap investments to allow anyone to practice creative team building. In Ultra Premier, this is the exact opposite. 15 of the top 20 Pokemon on PV Poke are XL Mons, which I, being level 37, literally cannot use. Okay, yes, I could use them, but they're simply not good enough without XL Candies. Of the remaining 5, 4 of them are Shadow Pokemon. Again, a ridiculously expensive investment. I realize there are some GL Mons that are expensive too, but they are few and far between compared to Ultra Premier League. Besides, if you can't afford to have a couple glassy Pokemon on a team and still find success, but running 3 glass cannons is almost guaranteed to fail. Scrolling through my 800 plus Pokemon, I have maybe 1 or 2 tanks to use in Ultra Premier League, but in GL I have dozens of tanky options. The decision to randomly restrict XL Candies to a certain fraction of the player base, then make them necessary to succeed in 2/3 of the leagues, is the stupidest decision in a line of many by Niantic. It will make the rest of Season 6 boring to me. I'll just be tanking my sets and waiting for GL to come back. Niantic needs to change this ASAP, allow everyone to earn XL Candies. The things are hard enough to obtain as it is, or so I hear, so we can actually play the game too. This is an interesting point. I'm going to scroll down to some comments here as I make my own. I was not aware that XL Candies were unavailable. Let's see. I am back in the streaming channel. Jesse is not. Reconnecting. Can you automatically reconnect now? No? Okay. Well, I'll continue to talk. I didn't realize that XL Candies were limited to level 40 players and above. This is an interesting concept as to be limited to level 40. They have limited certain features to level 40 in the past and then brought them out to everyone. I don't know if that is one of the instances we're seeing here where XL Candies are going to be made available to the wide population, or if it is basically just an end game. Is Jesse back here? We're reconnected, I think, on Twitch. So refresh the Twitch page. Can you hear me? This is a great way to kneecap your players. I don't know if people can hear me on Twitch. A great way to kneecap your players, your existing player base, is to limit XL Candies to 40 and above players. Not everyone is at level 40. It was only within the last... No, it must have been within the last year or so that I leveled up to level 40. I can actually take a look to see when my Freak 40 was caught, and it would have been, I think, a week or so before. A week or so before I became, I think I caught it only a week or so before I got to level 40. So, This power cycle has certainly done something. I can't tell if I'm back yet. No one has said anything in the comments. OBS is saying I'm got green. I'm still here. Eric, can you guys hear me? Sorry, podcast listeners. I actually might take the time to edit this. Voice connected. I'm here. Yep, Eric. Okay. Join me, Jesse. Join me, Jesse. Let's see. I will drop this article in the chat while we've been sort of off. Seems like our recording is still going, so I was recording. Jesse's thing is reloading. So while, just for the sake of filling time while the power and internet was recycling, I went and pulled up an article I was looking at shortly before we went live Niantic's worst decision yet, XL Candies. The point that is being, excuse me, goodness gracious. The point that is being made here is that XL Candies cannot be earned by anyone that is lower than level 40. The reason for doing this is beyond me, because it is hard enough to get XL Candies as it is. Why not allow people that are starting out, even if it's level 5 and above or something, allow those early players or those players with lower levels to earn XL Candy as they're leveling up, because it's hard enough to get enough XL Candies to get Pokemon to level 50 as it is, even when you're at level 40. And we all know the grind to level 40 is not fun. It's not, it takes too long. Well, I wouldn't say too long. It takes a while to get to level 40. It's a bit of a grind. So not being at level 40 is a big hindrance to Ultra and Master. Great League, there's still enough play within meta Pokemon within Great League that you don't need level 50 Pokemon. But this article, this Reddit thread comments that Ultra League and Master League are near unplayable without XL Pokemon because the power creep is there. So it kind of surprises me that XL Candies are a I would imagine are a quote unquote end game content. It's something to do beyond you get to level 40, you have your grind from level 40 to level 50. It's your end game content. It's your grind. It's your hardcore play. People are going to, burst through it or play more hardcore, or people are going to just play pretty casually and, maybe get through it or whatever. But then the one thing is that if you're pushing PvP as much as you are, and if you're pushing PvP and you're pushing 2/3 of your PvP, Ultra League and Master League, both of those basically require level 50 Pokemon. Now, currently we're running Ultra League. I have not run any GBL within Ultra League yet. I imagine I will have a very bad time with having no level 50 Pokemon running in there. So it's a very odd and very easy way that it's currently set up to basically kneecap your player base of, hey, here are 2/3 of the relevant PvP content that rotates through. The only playable PvP stuff the only thing that can boost your ranking currently is Ultra League. But anyone that's not level 40, you just can't play it. It's like having a ranked gameplay. It's, I guess I can go back to another Destiny analogy of your maybe at 38 because then you max out wands to level 40. Maybe it's not even maybe it doesn't even make sense to not being able to. It just sucks. Is the current format of so you don't get to level 30. If you get to level 38, then you can level up Pokemon to level 40. You can only, I think, Eric, correct me if I'm wrong, or Jesse, correct me if I'm wrong. You can level up Pokemon to 2 levels above your current player level, correct?
You can max out a Pokemon at level 41.
No, so what I'm talking about is someone that's prior to level 40.
Oh, I don't remember what it was, to be honest.
I believe it's 2 levels above or what have you.
I'm back though.
Okay.
Yay.
I'm to sort of fill in the time, I'm talking about the Reddit
I was
thread.
listening.
Okay, the Reddit thread here of XL Candies. So 2/3 of the core PvP content, the ranked stuff, is Ultra and Master, doesn't technically require, but to play a competitive level requires XL Candy. Players that are not level 40 can't get XL Candy, can't even max out Pokemon until 38 to level 40. You can't even get any Pokemon. You can't even start getting the resources to get them to level 50 until you're at level 40.
Okay.
Which is mind-boggling. Here's a free ticket to a bad experience, basically. If you start playing the game, Great League, you can probably play competitively within Great League in a couple months.
But I mean, even then in Great League, you see things like XL Medi or XL Azu.
Right, but they're not uncounterable.
No.
So,
but it's the same instance of these higher leagues. It's gonna be the same issue.
Right, but you see in a more drastic issue within Ultra and
Right,
Master.
because there's more things that cap out higher.
Much higher, yes, with much higher bulk. So and then the problem there is
I mean, this is one of the reasons why I think competitive will never be a thing, like esports.
Yeah.
Because
we
have this much of a gap.
If ever we see competitive, do we only ever see it in Great League?
I think if we see competitive, like I've stated before, it's pre-registered teams that everybody gets access to.
Right, but do we only ever see it in Great League? Do we not see the bigger differences between a level 40 or, level 40 or below and then a level 50, a maxed out Pokemon? Because
I'm not sure.
If Ultra and Master are going to be headlined by level 50 XL Pokemon, then does Great League then become our only savior? It's a very interesting and bizarre point that we're in within this level increase for both player and for Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
That maybe unforeseen consequences between the people that are willing to pour in the resources, the time or effort or what have you to max out a Pokemon to level 50. It's much faster than I would have what I originally thought. I originally thought this was going to take a while. I underestimated people's gusto, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Willingness to do this. I underestimated that. So the speed at which people have embraced XL Pokemon is much faster than I anticipated, and I believe has put a fairly large disparity between the player base. And then on top of that, we get this commitment. Yeah, commitment's a good word, Eric.
Commitment in parentheses.
Yeah, it's. I don't know if there's something Niantic has to go back and rebalance the way that XL Pokemon work. If they have to ban XL Pokemon from competitive play, or what the thought is here, or if at some point, because this, I need to do more research on this. It's not I need to do more research on this, because this feels like power creep, and this feels like a bad form of power creep, especially because it's power creep that limits players, is limited to people that are 40 and above, and not everyone is 40. I'd actually be curious to see what the percentage of the player base is not level 40 yet. So, shaking my head. Let's get back to the Love Cup, because we have some rankings here from PV Poke of red and pink Pokemon under 1,500. Jesse, are you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Lickitung XL. Olo Momola.
Olola Mola Olola.
I tried to pronounce it correctly. You did not try.
I never do.
Medicham XL, Charizard, Clefable, Wigglytuff, Scrafty, Electrode, Charizard Shadow, and regular Medicham rank out the top 10. Scrafty is considered
I think you should
red?
consider Charizard red.
Well, in the Pokedex, it's considered red.
In the Pokedex, it's considered red. It's an orange salamander.
No. I mean, we had this conversation with Rose Cup. We've had this conversation.
I know.
Charizard is weird in that it's technically orange, but the Pokedex entry reads it as red because...
This is also known as we want our poster child in the cup. Stop, leave us alone.
Oh, I just got a wind advisory warning. Thanks.
Oh, gee, imagine that.
After the power has already cycled. Thank you, phone. I'm confused as to how Scrafty is red. Isn't it just like its hair red or something on the top of its
Probably.
head? I don't know. Whack. Slowking, Slowbro, Crustle.
I'm sorry, did you say Slowking?
Yes. Slowking and Slowbro. They are pink.
I think this is the first time I've seen them this high on a list.
That is impressive, though. They are at 11 and 12. Let's see. Why would that be?
Because they're water
Confusion,
and
Psychic.
Charizard exists.
Confusion, Psychic, Blizzard. No, but they're not running water moves.
No, you're right. It's Confusion.
Confusion, Psychic, and Blizzard.
Confusion in the bulk.
Interesting. Pink boys. Hello, yes, is this your pink boys?
Next week they drop Mega Slowbro. Oh!
Whack. Oh, they, wait. Oh, that's right. There's Mega. I'm thinking of Gigantamax. Although we haven't seen the Galarian forms. I wonder if we're going to see the Galarian forms at some point. Those Galarian forms are whack.
Don't make it a Mr. Rhyme thing.
Don't make. Well, do make it paid. Do it, Niantic. Do it.
Please don't.
Prove me
Please,
right.
no, stop.
Be consistent. Make it paid.
Please, no, stop.
Actually, I've got a bet on that. I've got the 2021 predictions. What was it? It was 4 or more paid day / weekend events in the calendar year.
That weren't already announced prior to 2020.
Well, no. So I said not including GoFest, but including the Kanto Tour event.
Okay.
So we need 3 more. And if we see the Galarians, that's 2 more. So fingers crossed.
That you don't have to buy your own pizza.
I mean, I don't care. I think I already kind of disproved it. Well, whatever. We can get into that later. Later on in the year, when we've seen, maybe about halfway through, we'll see who's where in the rankings here, who's been crossed off. Let's see. I mean, these are...
It's looking like a really good Watergrass Fire Cup.
Where's grass? Cherim Sunny is at 16. Vileplume Shadow is at 20. There isn't a whole lot of grass anywhere else. A weird blend. Alomola? Gosh, I can't.
Alomola.
The pink starfish that's not named, or pink heartfish that's not named.
Not Love Disc's evolution.
That's not Love Disc, yeah. Love Disc's pink scaled step sibling? No. Cousin? I don't know.
Cousin.
It being up
the
here.
Electrode's really fun. I've been playing with Electrode and GBL.
Volt switch discharge foul play. That's solid. The Alomomola being as high as it is kind of surprised me, although it's got the bulk for it, so go for it. The fact that it hasn't been featured in a previous event.
It's just got bad moves.
It's got not great moves, but I guess in this instance, like, there aren't any other, like, fantastic water. There aren't any, like, super fantastic top tier water types within this meta, so yeah, I'm down for it. That's cool. I think I actually have
Happy Cherim.
Happy Cherim, Alomomola, and Wigglytuff. Yes. Or you could run Alomomola, Blissey, and
Gross.
Oh god, I don't know. What else has, like, cracked out tankiness?
In this cup?
Yeah, you could, I guess, XL Lickitung, although you're gonna go up against counter users, so maybe change it up here.
Ooh, Kingler's at 38.
Gracious. You could go Wormadam Trash and just go in with bulk. Go in with bulk and bet people aren't running double counter. Wormadam Trash, Blissey, Alomomola.
That's disgusting.
Or Chansey, maxed out Chansey. Yeah, just do it. Do it, you cowards. Make me and Things Cats Can't Eat proud. Do it. This seems like fun. This might actually get me doing it, because this one's, compared to previous limited cups, this one seems like a fun change of pace. So let's see, what is Next community question?
Yeah.
Okay. Community question. I think I forgot to post the question on Twitter. But we do have a couple of responses here. Let me see. Got to make sure I got the right thing here. Let me hit split because we're in another section of the show. Community question from 112. Yes. Let's see. Here we go. Community question from our Discord. What are the top 5 things you would like to see Niantic do to help make Pokemon Go better in 2021? JCast responds with debunk GBL lag once and for all. Crying emoji. Bowling for Bacon is this with a carrot. Yep. Something that comes up every once in a while of just like it doesn't exist, but like people still like complain and use it as an excuse on Twitter. So, or not GBL, not lag. No, I'm thinking of the algorithm, the mysterious algorithm for GBL. Debunk GBL lag once and for all. Just fix some of your server issues, because it's getting frustrating to see all of these complaints and everything. I mean, I know it's a lofty goal, but work on it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Here we go. Winston the Champ. Top 5 things Niantic can do to make Pogo better in 2021. 1. Make non-event generic seasonal spawns better, like the increased spawns of evolved Pokemon, but the actual spawn pool is less diverse than ever. This is the first one, so I'm sure it will be tweaked and changed so it seems like low-hanging fruit because we're in, the season of celebration. Number 2, continue to play with the collection challenge concept. I have really enjoyed this as an element of the last few events, and I'd like to see it continue and changed. Make it a bit harder, catch 5 shadows, hatch event egg, rare catch, give it a second page, and maybe they could find a way to integrate it into non-event times. For example, a weekly checklist of Pokemon to catch. Number 3, non-legendary raid hours. When it's a recycled raid boss looking at you, Heatran, why not give us a Gibble raid hour?
Oof.
Number 4, beating a drum I often do. Gym rework. Make gym battling relevant or fun again somehow. I've mentioned the idea of having gym control dictate spawns or rewards when you're in a zone controlled by your team. Could be candy or dust bonus. Number 5, more NPCs. The Kanto event should be a test run for this implementation beyond rocket stops and balloons. If it goes well, I hope the seize on that opportunity to really expand the game. Bring in anime/main series game characters. I'm getting buzzes from chat here. Eric BN responds with, number 1, gyms. I've said it for a while now, but the only reason why I do gyms at all is to get the coins, but I want more of a reason to interact with gyms. Maybe increase the odds of getting candy or XL candy, or maybe even rare candy from feeding them on, maybe allowing people to remote raid to gyms that they have gold status on, no matter how far away they are from it. Something needs to be done to make gyms fun again. Number 2.
Yeah, and I kind of agree with that.
Yeah, I think that's a consistent gripe with the game that most people have is that the gyms just need
more incentive to do them.
Yeah, it needs a rework. Number 2.
I honestly kind of go back to one of my thoughts on it is give us something that benefits from us putting something in a gym. Like if other than feeding it berries and potentially getting a candy, like if it were to affect the spawns around the gym, or maybe dictate, what researches the nearby stops give, that'd be kind of cool.
That would be
something to make it more entertaining to just go to a gym instead of just tapping.
Yeah. Number 2 on Eric's list, eggs. I don't think Niantic will give the percentage chance of getting a certain mon from an egg, even though I want them to. but I would like to give them a list of mons that can be in each egg tier and if nothing else. If I get a 5k egg from the Sinnoh event, I shouldn't hatch a Snubble. Not that I'm bitter or anything. Number 3.
I hear that one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a weird one. I did eggs. Eggs have been one that honestly could also use a rework, but the chances of that happening are slim.
To be fair, I would prefer a gym change more than I would an egg change. I feel gyms just haven't done anything in the last 4 years.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't see a whole lot of interaction. We don't see events that are focused on like controlling gyms, whereas we see egg-based events or egg changes.
Well, whenever they do, it becomes an S show and everybody's constantly dropping stuff out of it. I think the only time gyms were ever important was right before raids hatched. Because I know like in our local groups, people would fight over control just to get that 1 or 2 extra ball bonus. But now with all the friend bonuses and the prestiging, everybody's already got their gold badge for the most part. And, you know, everyone gets a minimum of like, what, 12, 14 balls to catch something?
Yeah, because it's time bonus now.
Yeah.
It's not control bonus. So, yeah, it's a very... Gyms are, besides getting Poke Coins within game,
and even then, when
useless.
They reworked how much coins you got from it, it kind of killed off the interest from even doing them.
Yeah, it's basically useless to do them, and it's not fun either.
I mean, I still do it just because I like the Stardust, and I like having gold prestige badges everywhere I can.
Yeah, but like imagine back in the day when they were actually relevant and people actually cared.
I remember one time with one of the locals we have here.
Yeah.
We sat and gold buried each other back and forth on holding a gym down or not.
I do remember those times. Those were times.
36 gold berries in an hour just to prevent that person from taking it.
It's gross.
Oh, look, you got my Snorlax down to the lowest tier. Here's a gold berry.
It's gross. Number 3 on Eric's list. Raids. This is probably where Niantic is doing the best right now. Remote raiding owned 2020 and will continue to own 2021 until the majority of us have the vaccine in our arms. The only thing I would change is up the number of XL Candies or give us a potential bundle of XL Rare Candy instead of 18 Hyper Potions. Again, not that I'm bitter or anything. It sounds like you're bitter. Then again,
I want remote EX raids. I think EX raids should come back.
It's been almost a year since we've had any EX raids, so we're getting there. Number 4, PvP. I would like to see a GBL-like mode where you can go in and try out a team against a random stranger without it having any effect on your MMR. So basically just a free-to-play playlist, which would be
practice
nice.
Mode.
Yeah.
Which I think a lot of other people have talked about recently as well.
Training mode.
Basically. The argument could be made you could just go do that with your friends.
Yeah. But if your friends aren't available, just queue up in unranked and have a ball.
There's always the argument you could just do training, but you
can just go against the gym leaders or whatever, which is not at all.
I still think a fun practice mode would be something that would make it a lot easier as well.
Yeah.
Plus, it would be a nice way to play test.
Yes. Number 5, Rocket Stops. Have a balloon takeover day every month or every other month where a rocket balloon appears every hour and you can TM away frustration. I would like more in-person rocket takeover events, but we probably won't get those until we all get vaccines.
That's one of those ones where it's like, yeah, it would be nice to have that, but it's too lucrative of an opportunity for them to give it just to us on a monthly basis.
Mm-hmm. And then I believe, unfortunately, I forgot to post it. I was thinking about it this weekend. I forgot to post it on the Twitter. Let's see. We go through tweets and we scroll through. Did I tweet it?
No, I don't think you did.
I did not. Oops. All right. So then, community question for this episode. Jesse, do you have any ideas? This is something I forgot to workshop earlier. We've done a lot of list stuff. We've done a lot of looking ahead. See if there's something general. Something anyone and everyone can respond with.
Hmm.
What? How about something like what other games do you play besides Pokemon Go? What's your
Yeah,
you play?
I think that's a fair question.
Do you play?
What are your other hobbies?
I want to stick with gaming.
Okay.
Is he doing what I think he's doing right now in the Discord? Is he doing what I think he's doing? What's your gaming habits besides Pokemon Go? Do you play Warcraft, StarCraft, Minecraft, Warcraft, StarCraft, Minecraft? How do they all end in craft and then have almost absolutely nothing to do with each other?
Well, two of them are kind of similar.
Two of them are. The third is not. One of these is not like the others.
One of these is not owned by. Wait, is it?
Oh, it might be. Oh, way to go, Eric. Not even done with the show. Community question. It's up on Discord. All right. Let's see. Oh, what? Jesse, you want to go first?
I don't have an answer off the top. What have I been playing? I've been playing random stuff.
Hey, like an example.
I've been playing a crap ton of Catan on the Switch.
That's it?
I honestly don't have much outside of work right now that I'm doing.
Okay. So then
I've got other things personally that I'm working on right now.
Let's see. So here and there I play Destiny 2. I've got Fate Grand Order as a mobile game that I've been playing, pretty consistently for the last 3 years now. I have been meaning to get back to the Super Mario 3D collection.
I think you should live stream some of that.
Yeah, I need to go back. I only got a couple of stars in Mario 64, and then I stopped playing.
Okay.
And then I have Hades. I got Hades for Christmas on PC, and I have not started playing it. And I've only ever heard fantastic things. I love Supergiant. Their Transistor is the only Supergiant game I've played. And Transistor is amazing. So Supergiant are the people that they've made Pyre, Transistor, Bastion, and then most recently Hades, which has been up for Game of the Year for 2020 from a ton of places. So I gotta go play some Hades at some point. And then I play the occasional game of Solitaire. There's just something about Solitaire, playing it on like hard mode if you just Google Solitaire, you can play it within your Chrome browser.
Mm-hmm.
And there's something about constantly losing on hard mode because there might be a win condition, but I suck at it. So, to each their
That's kind of like with me in the advanced difficulties in Fire Emblem.
Uh-huh.
They don't make the game necessarily harder. It just makes it resources, and Zelda's another good example. It doesn't make the game harder, it just prolongs it.
I mean, that's not what hard mode Solitaire is. It's just that there's a win condition, and I don't ever see it, and I just have to reset the board basically over and over again until I get a win. It's not soothing, but it kind of takes your mind off of other things. There's something about playing hard mode Solitaire online. Goodness gracious, is that all the stuff that I play? I feel like there's probably more. It's all I play now, so shrugs in video games. When Halo Infinite comes out, boy, will I talk about Halo Infinite. It's not out yet. We're close. We got less than a year. I'm gonna get a Halo Infinite. If they're doing a limited edition Xbox, I'm buying a Halo Infinite limited edition Xbox. Screw my finances. We're doing it. All right, so that community question for the next week is, what other games do you play besides Pokemon Go? Give us some nuggets. Do you I play Destiny 2. I'm a hunter main, flying around with blades, unmanned blades.
Jeez.
Give us little nuggets, little anecdotes and stuff. It's more fun that way, rather than just a list. So, give us, tell us some of your experiences in your games other than Pokemon Go. I think that's it. Jesse, have we nailed it?
Yeah.
Cool. We took that nail and we hit it with the hammer. We nailed it. That's poor excuse for a pun. Incredibly poor excuse for a pun. This has been an episode. I think I forgot to hit the split for the timer for the, what's it called? The community question. But that's okay. I'll hit a split here for the very end of the show, the outro. If you guys want to follow us on Twitter at battle_science, hit us up with comments, questions, concerns, etc. Through Twitter, you can email us at battlescience.podcast@gmail.com. Still no one has sent us an email. Waiting for that first email.
I'll send you an email.
Don't ruin it, Jesse. Let's see. You can back us on Patreon, patreon.com/battlescience. The money goes to pay for the Podbean subscription so that we can keep the show going. Not that we don't mind paying out of pocket for it, but it would be awesome for it to pay for itself a little bit. Backing us at the $1 tier on Patreon, you get the Battle Science podcast a few days early, and the Battle Science After Dark podcast, which is a Podbean or a Patreon exclusive. The $5 tier or more, you get your name read on every podcast that we release for the month that you have backed. Like this month, our Patreon producers of Arrow and Winston the Champ. Losing it. The February edition of BSAD, speaking of, is the Q&A, AMA, FAQ. I will create a Google form here shortly. It will unfortunately not be in the Twitch chat, but it will be up in the Discord. It will be in a tweet. It will probably be in multiple tweets leading up to February. It will be in the podcast description of the show everywhere you can get it. Please feel free to ask us anything. We'll probably sort through the questions and answer. If we don't get a whole lot of them, we'll probably answer all of them. If we do get a lot of them, we will find some of the best ones and not,
or maybe we'll only pick the good ones that you think are the good ones, but in truth, it'll be all of them.
Yeah, you wouldn't know. You won't know how many questions get submitted. Only we will know. It was me.
Sad face.
Inner depression. Although, is there such thing as outer depression? That is the unofficial community question. Is there anything such as outer depression? Time will tell. Let's see. Follow us, twitch.tv/battlescience. We record the Battle Science podcast live on the Tuesdays before it releases to podcast services. Every 2 weeks. We have not missed a week. We are very consistent, and I'm very impressed. What else am I missing? YouTube.com/list of letters and numbers. The Battle Science Podcast VODs go up there. You can check them out. Subscribe because I'm going to do the hard chill of subscribe to our YouTube channel because we can't get youtube.com/battlescience until we get 100 subscribers. I think we're at 10. So, we only need 90 more. Your subscription will help. So go to YouTube, search up Battle Science. You'll probably get some weird science stuff, but look for Battle Science, the Battle Science podcast. Subscribe to us there. Let's try and hit 100 here I'm going to be very pessimistic and say, let's get to 100 subscribers by the end of the year so we can get youtube.com/battlescience. I believe that's everything. Jesse, do you have any humorous outtake or outro things to say before I click the button awkwardly?
Green Power Ranger.
That's a reference. That's a reference only the Patreon people would know. Thank you everybody for listening. We will see you in 2 weeks for another episode of the Battle Science podcast. In the meantime, we will see you out there on the battlefield.